the Phoenicians, the ancient Italians, the Etruscans, were Celtic, Germanic, European, whatever you want to call them, Scandinavian. They were not African or Asian. That's what they were lying. That's what they're covering up. They're literally destroying Europe's history. And they're saying everything that we have is coming from Asia, when it's not the case, because the Celtic, the Roman, and the Sanskrit all share tons of words. However, the Sanskrit is still in a state of perfection. That doesn't happen with language. Language morphs over time in common use. Sanskrit was a priestly language, just like the Hebrew was brought to perfection. The Hebrew it's the same alphabet as Phoenician, but it doesn't share any affinity to the language. But the Celtic does share affinity to what they have available. And this is why I'm so passionate about this, because the Western culture is being degraded and turning into some sort of weird nightmare. And I'm not sure what's going on, but I know a lot of it comes from us not knowing a damn thing about who we are, what we came from, and what we're capable of. And they're robbing that from us. And this is not some sort of like patriotic, like, we're inherently better than anybody else. But this is our culture. This is my culture, and this is your culture. And Britain is being destroyed. Italy has been destroyed. Italy is in ruin, and it has been in ruin for the longest time. And even Machiavelli acknowledged that. Italy's ruin was brought about by France, who allowed Spain and the church to get too much power, and Spain and the church brought about Italy's ruin. And so if we want to restore the West before it just turns into an absolute cesspool, irrecoverable, disgusting, collapse, well, we have to learn our history, and we have to start having standards for ourselves that our ancestors have. Because our ancestors did great things. It's time for us to, step up, and that's the whole purpose of my work, is to get people learned or caught up on the priest craft, so that they can identify it and reject it, because it is the priest. And I'm American, and even my founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson, said, history, I believe, has furnished us no example of a nation, of a priest-riddled nation that was able to maintain a free civil government. And the one thing that everybody has in common who sinks into despotism is they get infested by these priests.